In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to farm honey in Roblox Grow a Garden right now. Using this method, guys, you will be able to buy anything from the Queen Bee shop right over here, guys. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to be absolutely rich. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So as you guys can see, we got the brand new honey update. If you guys don't know how this update actually works, guys, in this update, you basically have to go ahead and farm honey and give it to this person right over here. And this person, once you hit 10 kgs of fruit, is going to turn that honey into compressed honey, which then will give you guys the honey points right over here. So step number one, guys, you have to wait for your fruits to be pollinated just like this. So once you guys have your pollinated fruits, you then have to take your pollinated fruits over to this guy and then give it to him just like this. And as you guys can see, I have 7 kgs left, so I gotta give him another one. And check that out, guys. Once you hit 10 kgs, once this thing is entirely full, you will be able to compress it into compressed honey, which obviously gives you guys honey points right over here, guys. Now here is the best way to farm pollinated plants in Grow a Garden right now. So clearly, guys, this entire system works on the amount of kgs your plants actually have. So my best recommendation for you guys is to use plants that have a bunch of fruits, like this one right over here, guys. The moonflower has a bunch of fruits on it. Same goes for the starflower, something like the banana, something like the brand new rose, guys. Anything that has a lot of fruits on it, you want to use. Now you can also use something like the beanstalk right over here, but the issue with the beanstalk, guys, let me go ahead and show you using this. The beanstalk is usually over 10 kgs, guys. It also takes a really long time to grow. So the only issue with this, guys, is that if I go ahead and give it to him right now, I'm basically gonna be wasting the extra 3 kgs that I have on my plants. So check this out, guys. But as you guys can see, I did get extra money for giving him that 3 extra kgs. So what you want to do is just use a bunch of smaller plants with the pollinated mutation, just so that you don't give too much to the NPC right over there. So plants like the blood melon right over here, sorry, the moon melon, the beanstalk, the sunflower, these are just gonna be way too heavy, guys, and you'll basically be wasting half of them. The best thing to do with these bigger plants is to just sell them off, bro. There is no point using them over there. So what I recommend you guys do is using smaller, lighter weight plants like the banana and stuff like that. Once again, as you guys can see, this banana is only 2 kgs, guys, so this is absolutely perfect, and you get 5 of them from one fruit right over here. Now hold on, alternatively, you can use bigger plants. Now why am I saying this? Because using bigger plants is just a lot easier, especially if you guys are already super rich. It might just be better for you guys to use bigger plants, and it might just be a lot easier. So if you're gonna use this second method, what I recommend you guys do is just remove all of these smaller plants, just so you get all of your mutations on the bigger plants like the beanstalk, the sunflower, the moon melons. Honestly, the moon melons, guys, are gonna be the best way to get pollinated plants right now. But yeah, to get pollinated plants, you simply just need to wait for this event to come and pollinate your plants. This happens every 30 minutes if I'm not wrong, or even every hour. I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. I am in a test server right now, so I'm not really sure what the timings are gonna be. But what I recommend you guys to do to get pollinations really fast, guys, is once you guys have enough honey to be able to buy yourself a bunch of these eggs right over here, guys. Get your hands on these eggs, guys. These are gonna be your best friend right now. So what you want to do is get yourself these eggs right now, and guys, using these eggs, you will be able to get a bunch of the new pets. And check this out, guys. These pets are absolutely insane. So the basic pet that you can get, this is going to be the most common pet you can get out of the bee egg. This basically every 15 minutes flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it, applying the pollinated mutation. So yeah, guys, you can get an additional pollinated plant using this method simply by using bees. So if you have bees in your garden, they will just simply start pollinating all of your stuff. So if I place this right over here, as you guys can see, this guy's just gonna go around pollinating all of my plants for me, which I can then go ahead and sell over to that guy. Here is another variant of the bee, guys. This is gonna be the petal bee. This has the same ability as your regular bee, so every 15 minutes flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it, applying the pollinated mutation. But it also has a 1.5% chance for whenever you harvest a flower type fruit, it is gonna stay. Basically, if I go ahead and harvest something like the moonflower right over here, there is a 1.5% chance that this stays. And guess what, guys? This works with the moon blossom and the candy blossom. So yeah, there is a 1.5% chance using this bee right over here that you are gonna get a free moon blossom or a candy blossom, which is really cool when you are harvesting, of course. The next bee we have is going to be the bee bear. Now this one is kind of interesting. So every 15 minutes it goes to a nearby fruit and tries to pollinate it, but it's not a bee, so it fails and turns into a honey glazed instead. Now I'm not sure what the honey glazed mutation does exactly, but I have my doubts. So let me know what this new mutation does, guys, because right now I have no clue, bro. I've been trying to figure it out and I have no idea. The wiki hasn't updated yet, so I have no way of finding out, but let me know what this does. The next bee we have honestly might be the best bee in the game right now. This is the golden bee. So every 15 minutes flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it, applying the pollinated mutation. But it also has an 8% chance for a harvested fruit to become gold on harvest. Of course, rare plants have a less chance to turn gold. This bee might be one of the best bees in the game, bro. That is actually such a broken thing. Not only can you get the pollinated mutation, which is already really good, you can also get yourself the gold mutation, which of course adds even more value to your fruit. And finally, guys, we have the queen bee. This, of course, every 15 minutes turns a nearby plant into the pollinated mutation, but every 25 minutes, it refreshes a random pet's cooldown. Bro, imagine using this with the raccoon. It's basically gonna refresh the raccoon's cooldown, and it'll keep on going and stealing other people's plants. So yeah, these are very cool pets. But the only thing we're trying to focus on in this video is going to be the first part, guys, which is going to be every 15 minutes, a nearby plant turns into the magical pollinated mutation. So yeah, guys, that is what we are looking at, and all of these bees give you guys the pollinated mutation. So if you guys get a bunch of these bees, guys, you can only have 3 bees in your garden. So if you guys have a bunch of bees in your garden just like this, guys, you will be able to get the pollinated mutation really fast. But hold on, you can get it even faster. What you need to do is go over to the shop, then go over to free upgrades right over here, click on go, and now, guys, you basically have to go ahead and give a pet that is 30 years old. So you want to go ahead and give the pet that is 30 years old. Of course, you will have to age your pet for this, which might take a very long time, but I recommend doing it, guys, because the more bees you have, the more pollinated mutation you have, meaning the more honey you will be able to harvest really fast. Alright, to recap, guys, the best way to make honey right now and grow a garden is to, number 1, go ahead and get yourself a bunch of good plants in your garden. Something like the pepper, the beanstalk, the moon melon, the moon mango, candy blossom if you want, any of those plants, guys, anything that has a very high sell value and a very high kg rating. For example, once again, the moon mango is always over 10 kgs. Same goes for the moon melon, it is always over 10 kgs. So this is gonna help you guys out a bunch. Alternatively, you can use smaller plants, as I mentioned at the start of the video, but I feel like this is gonna take way longer, so I wouldn't really recommend that method. But if you are more conscious about how much you're giving to the guy over there, you can use smaller plants if you want, but I recommend using bigger plants right over here. And then once you guys have enough money, enough honey saved up, guys, what you want to do is go ahead and get yourself a bunch of bee eggs. Of course, you can get the bee eggs from right over here, so you want to go ahead and buy as many of these as you possibly can, and then you simply want to go ahead and hatch as many bees as you can in your garden. So simply go ahead, get your egg, and place it over in the garden right here, guys. There you go, just like this. And yeah, once it opens up, you are gonna get a random bee out of it. And get as many bees as you can to get the pollination mutation. You can always go ahead and upgrade your pet slots right over here. And yeah, that is gonna be the fastest way to get yourself the pollinated mutation really fast, so you can go ahead and get yourself a bunch of honey super quickly, guys. Let me know if you guys know any faster methods in the comments down below, guys, or simply go ahead and join my Discord server. I always talk to people here, and always get my ideas from right over here in my Discord server. So if you guys want to be in the next video, guys, join my Discord server and we might be able to play together. Anyways, that's everything for this video. Let me know what you guys think about this new update. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.